Recording in progress.
They try to give me up, but I won't give it. And this life will get you down, but I keep living. So I tell myself when I see my guys, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight. No, we're not gonna lose. Hey, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight.
And this shit ain't ever gonna change. It ain't ever gonna change. It ain't ever gonna change.
And this shit ain't never gonna change. Ain't never gonna change. No. And this shit's gonna kill me, but I won't let it. And this shit's gonna kill me, but I won't let it. So I tell myself when I see my guy, this shit's gonna kill me, but I won't let it. And I try to give them hell, but they don't get it. So I tell myself when I see my guy, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose. They try to give me up, but I won't give it. And this life will get you down, but I keep living. So I tell myself when I see my guy, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Offerlab Masterclass. How you guys all doing today? It's been a couple weeks. It's been a chance to hang out. I'm pumped to be hanging out with all you guys today. This is one of my favorite things in the world, to hang out with all of you guys and talking about Offerlab and all sorts of stuff. It's been fun for me because behind the scenes, I've had a chance to be watching what you're all doing. I'm watching you guys as you're bringing people on the platform. I'm watching as people are selling. We're seeing people do product launches on the platform. We're seeing all sorts of insane stuff. The sales volume is going up across everything, and it's been really, 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 really amazing and fun. So we were going to focus on some other playbooks today, but we thought it'd be fun to kind of, because a lot of you guys keep asking us more about the broker playbooks. I want to do the broker playbooks. I want to do the white label webinar. I want to do stuff like that. And you kind of asked, and so we thought let's pivot today. Today will be really fun to go into that. And then later this week, we'll be doing starting to dive into all the offer creator playbooks. So that's the game plan. So today we're going to talk about white label webinars, which will be fun. And before we dive into this, I want to tell you guys about something behind the scenes that was happening. And then after I explain to you what happened, then I'm going to introduce you to somebody who's going to be helping us today. This person I'm introducing does not have very much energy. So this person's going to need a lot of you freaking out to get her excited so that she can perform at peak level today. So that's the only hint when I introduce her. I need you to go crazy for me. But when we started doing Offerlab, obviously we spent a year and a half developing the software and the product and everything. At Funnel Hacking Live last year, we had a chance to first kind of show it to the world, like this is what we're doing, and people were excited. And then we went back and said, okay, we're gonna do this big launch, which you guys were all part of, and you had a chance to participate in. And then we just like to put together this launch, like we needed to create the presentation to explain, because Offerlab, as you know, it's amazing, but there's a lot of things you have to understand. Like if you're an affiliate, what does it look like? If you're an offer owner, what does it look like? If you don't have anything, what does it look like? How do you actually have success here? And I was working out for a while trying to figure out the right way to get the messaging, and I got stuck a little bit. And so I called up two of my friends who I think are some of the most brilliant people in our industry at figuring out offer and messaging and everything. And I hired them, spent a pretty penny hiring them to be part of this launch to help me. And what was so cool is as we were building out everything you guys experienced, right? The live event and the webinars and everything, prior to that, they spent insane amounts of hours interviewing actual affiliates and offer owners, people who were on the platform, people who were struggling with the platform, people who had success, and did all this data, all this research, and pulled out all these amazing things. And then from that, we built the presentations and the launch and everything that, as you know, crushed it. And then while we were testing it on people before we actually jumped on live, right? So we're like, she was doing like little mini webinars with people to see how they liked it. And what was interesting is that as she was doing these webinars, people were like, I'm so excited. They're like, can I borrow those slides? Like, I want to use it to get people into Offerlab. I want to use it to go pitch my friend. Like, you explained it way better than I did. And like, that's how we knew it was like, okay, we got the messaging right. This is exciting. But then that planted a seed. Like, what if we let people who came in through the certification program actually white label this webinar where they could use it to bring their audience, to bring other people, to bring people on the platform. And that's where the wheel starts spinning. And so that's what we're talking about today. This was created because of that. And the person who's going to be with me today, kind of going through this with you guys, is someone who, again, I have so much love and respect for her and her husband. They've done so much work behind the scenes to serve you guys that you probably never actually know. They were here with me the whole launch week till midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning every day, working on stuff, putting things together, and then even leading up to today, they've been doing tons of work to help prepare all this stuff for you. So I think most of you at this point inside this call know who McCall Jones are, but if you guys know, let's all put our hands together for McCall Jones. What's up, McCall?
friend.
How
Hi.
you doing?
I'm so good. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. And I just told them how amazing you are, everything you did, but I just want to thank you again for all the work you put into everything we've done so far with Offerlab and specifically what you're going to share with them today, because I think this is going to be the game changer for so many people.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. So where are we going today? Talk us through what the game plan is.
Yes, let me tell you. So you told a little bit of the story, but as we were creating this presentation, like Russell said, like we just kept doing it for people and testing different things. And the amount of messages I got of like, can you just like send me those slides really fast? Because everybody was trying to recruit their own people to the platform, and they were like, man, the way that you explained that part of that, like, can I just steal that? And I kept being like, well, yes, after we do it, like maybe I'll send you the slides. And the more and more people that ask you for something in a row, guys, just know if you're an offer creator, that's a really good sign that you need to put it in your offer. So we were sitting there, and I think we were in your office when I got like a couple more of those presentations, or a couple more of those messages of like, can you send me the slides? Hey, I'm looking to do an Offerlab presentation to like bring my friends in, but I'm trying to think of how to explain it. The way you explained it when you were telling me was so good. Like, can you send me that? Can you send me that recording? Can you send me that slide? We were like, okay, we're going to put this in and it's going to be really fun. And I know we didn't really explain what the white label webinar was during the launch because it seemed like this really vague term. So we were just like, and you get the white label webinar.
And it's going to be amazing.
Okay,
We promise. You're going to love it.
Yeah. And everybody was like, I don't know what that is, but I'm in because there's so many other amazing things. So today what we're going to do is we are going to talk about being a broker. So if you guys remember, there's 4 ways to make money on Offerlab, right? You can make money as an affiliate. You can make money as an offer creator. You can make money as a double agent doing both of those things. And then you can make money as a broker. Now, if any of you have brought somebody onto the platform and are currently identifying as a broker, I want you to write broker in the chat. Broker. And if you are not yet a broker, but you see the crazy potential of making no income claims, but lots of money, right? If you're like, oh my gosh, like this could be my future, I want you to write not yet in the chat. Not yet. Okay, cool. So a lot of people, when they think like, okay, I want to be a broker, I want to invite people, but I don't know who to invite, I don't know how to invite them, and I don't really know what to say, right? Today, we are going to answer that question. So I just want you to tell me in the chat, hey, do you know 2 people? If so, right? Duh. In the chat.
Just 2.
Just 2 people, right? I'm going to show you how you are going to use the messaging that we have tested over and over and over again and perfected to invite at least those 2 people to Offerlab. Because as you guys know, if you've explored on Offerlab at all, Offerlab is built for everybody, right? Whether you have an offer, whether you don't have an offer, whether you know how to do affiliate marketing, whether you just know people who have cool stuff, right? Offerlab is for everybody. So we want every single person here to be able to use what we're going to do today. Yeah, here's the plan. So this is white label webinar. How fun. So today is going to be exclusively a broker training, which means we're not going to necessarily talk about how to create your own offers. We're not going to talk about really like diving into the affiliate stuff. We are going to talk about being a broker because being a broker is such an important part of Offerlab, and there's major potential in being a broker. So we really wanted to empower you guys with the tools that we've already used and proven to help you guys bring more people to the platform. Yeah, if this sounds good, I want you to write yes in the chat. Yes.
Yes.
I love
I'll
it.
yell it out while they're typing it. Yes.
That's perfect. So as a broker, and once again, what a broker means is you're just bringing people to the platform, right? It means you don't have to promote them. You don't have to create your own offer. If you bring them to the platform, you get 2% or 1.5 or 1%. You get a percentage of whatever they make on the platform, right? So this is a income stream that could be major for you. Yeah. So as a broker, you have 2 choices. We call it spears and nets. Yeah. So if you are recruiting people to the platform, you can either use a spear, right? Which is you go recruit 1 person at a time. Yeah. You go to your local businesses and you say, okay, local business, you have a really cool skincare set, right? And I really want to promote it. Can I put it on Offerlab? Or I know other people who would really want to promote this. I want to get you on Offerlab, right? You can go one person at a time, or you can go through your phone contacts and you can say, okay, what people do I know who have an offer or who have a group of friends that they could be affiliates for that I could go through one by one and recruit them to Offerlab. Yeah, I want you guys to just write spears in the chat. If this is clear, or if you have used a spear so far, just write spears in the chat. Awesome. The second type of thing that you can do as a broker is you can use a net. Instead of going and hunting out one person at a time, you can recruit a lot of people or even just more than one person at a time to the platform. Now, this is where the major potential is because it is it's easier. It's easier and it's more fun. It's more beneficial because a lot of people join at once. Yeah.
One
so
to
what
many.
our goal is
Yes.
today, one to many, right? We're with the one to many dude, right? This is Russell's thing. This is his secret sauce. So we want to teach you to use Russell's superpower to be able to really succeed on Offerlab. Yeah. Our goal today is just to give you a net. Our goal today is to get as many people as possible to join Offerlab at once using your link. Yeah. Should all those offers offer a commission, all of the people who come to Offerlab, you will get a percentage because if you use your link, they're going to be in your family tree. Yeah. So our goal today is to turn you into a mega broker. I want you guys to write mega in the chat. Mega broker. And the tool we're going to use is a webinar. Now, how many of you actually know what a webinar is? Yeah. If so, you can write yes in the chat. If not, write no, what the heck in the chat or some version of that. I have no idea what a webinar is. Amazing. Now, just so we're all on the same page, a webinar is just a training, right? A webinar is just a training with a pitch or an invite at the end. Now, with a webinar, the reason why it's called web is because usually these are virtual, right? We're doing it on Zoom. Like you guys are on a webinar right now, except we're not pitching you at the end, right? But you could also use this in person. Yeah, if you're thinking like, oh man, I don't know if I want to get them on a Zoom call, but I present in front of a chamber of commerce or something like that, you can absolutely use these presentations of what we're going to show you today. You can use them in person. For me, it's easier to do it virtually, but you can use them in person. Yeah, now our white label webinar has two goals. The first goal is to get as many people signed up for Offerlab as possible and get them onboarded by the end of your webinar. That's your first goal. The reason why is even if people don't buy certification at the end of your webinar, even if they don't buy a single thing, every person who signs up for Offerlab by the end of your webinar, because they're going to use your link, they will be put into your family tree. Yeah, so the first ultimate goal is just to get them to get an account and have them onboarded by the end of your webinar because they'll be put in your family tree. Yeah, if that makes sense, I want you to write make sense in the chat. Makes sense. Yes. The second goal is to get as many people that are on that webinar to not only sign up for a free account, but to also get them to buy the certification program that you guys are in. There's a couple reasons for this. The first one is you're going to make 100% commission on everybody who joins on your link, and dollar bills are amazing. The second reason is because they also can recruit people and can learn things like this, right? Like these white label webinars, they can build these skills to recruit their own people, which puts their people in your family tree as well. Yeah, so our goal is to build our Offerlab empires using these white label webinars. And I want you to see in both of these goals, it says by the end of the webinar. So everything that we are going to do is to structure it so that people are doing this by the end of your webinar. Yeah, if you're with me, I want you to write with you in the chat. With you. Cool. Okay, now let's talk about how to do it. So a lot of times when we talk about doing a webinar or doing a presentation, I know because Charisma, I own a company called Charisma Hacking. Sometimes people freak out and they're like, I don't want to do that. That sounds insane. I'm going to show you how even if you're not super confident on video or you're not super confident with your presentation skills, that you can still use the white label webinar. Yeah, and I'm going to show you how if you are an expert at offer creation or affiliate marketing, but not necessarily at the other one, how you can use the webinar that we've done and kind of partner with me and Russell and go back and forth. And if you are feeling super confident in your own presentation skills and ability and you have an audience, that you will be able to take this and run with it using everything we've done and piggyback on top of that so you can use our success to further your own success. Yeah, so today you're going to choose one of these kinds of white label webinars. And yes, I'm going to give you slides, Dina. You're going to love it. So there are 3 different types of white label webinars. We have the bookend webinar, the back and forth webinar, and the buy yourself webinar. Yeah, the first one is called the bookend webinar. I want you guys to write bookend in the chat. Now you're going to use the bookend webinar if you're not super confident with your presentation or sales ability, or if you don't want to do a lot of work, because this is also the easiest one to do. What you do with a bookend webinar is this. You invite people to a Zoom call. You pop up at the beginning. You introduce yourself. You introduce Russell. On the live Zoom call, you play the webinar, the full pre-recorded webinar that we provide you while you're answering questions in the chat. When the webinar ends, you answer questions and help them onboard onto the platform. That's the first way that you do it. Now, some of you may be thinking to yourselves, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just send them the link to the actual webinar? Why would I bring them on a Zoom call myself? There's a couple of reasons why. Me and Russell do a lot of webinars together, and we've been testing a lot of stuff. And we know live webinars, when people are on a live Zoom call, they convert higher. They convert higher, right? So if you are just like facilitating this webinar, especially if you're inviting people that you know, they are much more likely to convert if you are walking them through and like kind of holding their hand in the chat while you're all watching it together. You can kind of think of it as like a watch party. You guys are all watching the Russell movie together.
The Russell movie. I want to say too, like when we launched ClickFunnels back in the day, I had done 70 to 80 webinars live, and then eventually I was like, I don't want to do live anymore. And so I recorded one where we made it similar to this, where it's kind of like it was there was a beginning and an end, but we made it so that they could come on ahead of time. So we had all these affiliates, people who made insane amounts of commissions, and they would jump on. They're like, "Hey everyone, we're here for the webinar today. Russell's gonna be talking about," and they get them all hyped up and fired up, and then they would just play on the video, and they come back on the end like, "Wasn't that awesome? We should all buy together." And like that crushed for the next 100+ webinars, just people coming on like you're talking about, pushing play, introducing themselves, watching the video together, coming back and closing afterwards, and it crushes. So yes.
Well, and it's super easy, right? And we're going to walk you through, we're going to do a workshop at the end of today where like, if you're thinking, what, like, how would I intro it? Or like, what do I say at the end? We're going to go through it. Yeah, we're going to go through it, but that's the easiest way. The easiest way to white label this webinar is we give you the video to play. You invite people to a Zoom call. Remember, I've done this for groups of 2 people, right? Just on a Zoom call, you have a video, you share your screen, make sure your sound is shared. You're just like, what's up guys? I'm so excited about Offerlab. It's gonna be so cool. This is a guy named Russell Brunson. Look how cool he is. Play, you answer questions in the chat, right? So you're all watching together. You come back on the end, you onboard them. Yeah, if this is clear, I want you to write yes. Yes.
Someone asked, like, can we evergreen this and put a webinar fuel? Like, yes, you can. Record the first one, then evergreen it. You can just drive traffic and close sales for you forever. So yes, 100%.
Do it. Okay, so some of you may be thinking, ooh, bookend. That's the one I want. And for some of you, you're thinking, no, put me in, coach. I want to be part of it and I want to present some of it. For that, we have the back and forth webinar. So the second version of this is for people who are confident in one area. So some of the people that we interviewed that helped us with all the information, putting it into the webinar, they were super affiliates, or maybe they even trained affiliates, right? Maybe Mila is here, or Sean's here, or like Doug Boughton is here, Sahil is here, right? If any of you guys are here, tell me in the chat. I'd love to talk to you guys, but maybe you're an expert, right? And you're like, oh man, like I want to be the expert in affiliate marketing presenting in the webinar. Or maybe you're an offer creator and you're thinking like, oh, I actually help people create offers, or I have offers of my own. I want to present that part of it. Amazing. Maybe you're a double agent, right? Where you've really perfected doing both of these things, right? I would say Doug Boughton is a double agent. Or maybe you're a broker, right? I know Mila Markstead is killing it as a broker. I'm seeing all of her updates on Facebook. She's killing it as a broker, right? Maybe you're killing it as a broker and you're thinking, oh, I want to present part of this webinar. Yeah. But you also may be thinking, okay, I want to be part of this, but I haven't closed $1 billion in sales, but I know somebody who has. Russell Brunson. So you can use Russell pitching, and you can use that benefit of him pitching your people while still being part of the webinar. The same way that I was part of the webinar, right? If you guys have seen that webinar, like I come on and I'm like, man, sharks versus shepherds, right? That would be you, right? So it would be me, you, and Russell all presenting on this webinar, which would be super fun. Yeah, it establishes a different kind of authority, and it's really awesome. So that's what it looks like, right? It goes back and forth with you, me, Russell, all these different things. Yeah, in this case, and we can go through the logistics at the end, but basically you have clips of different secrets. So you get to decide which secrets you want to do. We provide the slides, right? We provide the slides so you can use our slides, you can adjust them however you want, but we go back and forth. Yeah, we're going to go through this again at the end, but here are a couple different ways that we could do this, right? You choose a category that you understand the most, you play the strategies, or you play the clips of the ones that you don't. You're going to add in a section. We're going to do this with a workshop. And then you would say, oh, okay, when it comes to the pitch, starting at Warren Buffett principle, if you guys remember that, you just play that clip all the way through the end. And then at the end, you come on and you onboard them again. Yeah. If this makes sense. And if you're thinking, okay, I maybe want to do the back and forth one, I want you to write back and forth in the chat. It's kind of fun, right? Yeah, it's a cool format. Yeah, we've really perfected. One of the cool things about this webinar specifically, especially once people started asking for the slides, we wrote it in such a way that it doesn't have a ton of stories that are like Russell specific, that would be like,
I'm trying to tell Russell when I was wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, you don't have to be a state champ wrestler in order for this to work. Yeah, so the cool thing was when we were doing this webinar, like me and Russell back and forth, we didn't have to say this part has to be Russell and this part has to be you, McCall. We were just like, oh, I'll take that one, you take that one, I'll take that one, you take that one. So any of them work. Yeah, any of them work going back and forth.
By the way, Andrew just posted, I can't believe I got all this for $497. I love this so much. So yes, it's okay if you over deliver. Hopefully you guys okay with that.
Hey, let's go. So fun. Okay, so y'all are making this so flexible, so fun, perfect for each of us, have a customer specific audience. Yes, 100%. You're gonna love the workshop. Game changer. How do the times of the webinar lengths differ? Oh, great question. So all of them will be pretty much the same if you use our format. Yeah, that's a great question. All of them would be pretty much the same. You wanna make it like 90-ish minutes, but if it goes over, it goes under, you're with your people. Remember, if you invited the people to the webinar, right, especially with the first couple, they'll be patient with you, which would be great. Okay, if we're ready to find the last type of webinar before we start to workshop this thing, right? Yeah. In the chat. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so as you can see with the back and forth webinar, you end up doing more. Right? You end up doing more. The first one, you're like, okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to do the intro. I'm going to do the bookends, right? Back and forth. It is a little bit, there are a couple more logistics, right? Now, the buy yourself webinar, this is the most white labeled, I guess, version of this. In the buy yourself version of this, you are going to do the full webinar. Yeah, the full webinar where we give you the slides, right? And you can adjust them. I will tell you the language that we have used, like everything that we use is proven. So you can use as much of it as you want, right? But if you're thinking like, oh, I want to adjust this part, I want to adjust that part, you can, because you're doing it by yourself, right? There's no webinar police. Yeah, so we give you all the tools that you need. We're going to give you the slide deck so that you can go through the actual slides that we have used. And we're going to give you a slide template so that you can create slides that look the same. Yeah, so it looks really cohesive. So people aren't like, oh, here are the Offerlab slides. And then here's like this weird green slide that they know that you inserted in, right? So that it feels really cohesive. So you can do it on your own as well. Yeah, do you really have to choose? No, you can do all three if you want. Just know there are 3 different ways to succeed here. And I'm sure there are more as well. Yeah, if you come up with a different version, we'd love to hear it because then we can share it with our friends. Yeah, how fun. Okay, friends, so here's, what if I feel confident presenting, but I haven't mastered Offerlab yet? Which option would you recommend? Great question. As you master Offerlab, add yourself into it more and more. The first one I would start out with is the bookend one. And then the second thing is once you master part of Offerlab, do that one, right? And if you think like, oh man, I tried to do the affiliate secret and I didn't like that one, next time try the offer creator one. It is so flexible. We are giving you building blocks here. Yeah, we're giving you building blocks so that you can use this. Because remember, The goal is to make you a mega broker. Yeah, a mega broker. So do this as many different times as you want. Yeah, and as many different ways as you want. Okay, so now, what if you are faceless? Let me tell you something about charisma. While presenting this webinar, there are really only 3 things that you need in order to make it your own. Yeah, now, these 3 things are the key to charisma. The first one is genuine excitement. The second one is relatable experience. And the third one is actual expertise. Now, you need them at different levels based on which one of those webinars you choose. Yeah, so we are actually going to workshop this, and I want you guys to put these things in the chat, because whatever you write in the chat, you're going to end up using in whatever white label version of the webinar that you do. Yeah, so I know there's so many typos in it, guys. Mara just said genuine typo. That's okay. We're in this together. Next, excitement. I want you guys to answer these questions in the chat. What are you the most excited about with Offerlab? Why did you buy? And what are you the most excited to share? Excitement is contagious. It's also one of those things that you can't fake. If you're like, hey, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for joining my webinar. People are going to see right through it, right? But you actually don't have to get the words right if you get the emotion right in the intro. Yeah, the excitement you are going to use in the intro especially. So if you can map out these details of like, okay, here's what I'm most excited about. Here's what drew me to Offerlab. This is how I knew that it was the thing for me. That genuine excitement will get your audience genuinely excited about the same things. So let's read some of these. Ooh, okay. To offer all the products I love, so many options. Awesome. What I would do, Daisy, here in this situation is specifics are the key. Specifics create more genuine emotion than generalities do by like 1,000,000%. If I'm like, oh my gosh, I love dresses. Versus like, oh my gosh, I bought this dress yesterday. It's red. I got it for $7. It has pockets, right? All of a sudden, my excitement, my genuine excitement increases like 1,000,000%. Yeah, so if I was Daisy, what I would do is I would go on to Offerlab and I would find the products that I love on Offerlab and be like, I'm so excited about Offerlab because I have at least this many products I'm already excited to promote. I have this many people who I know have cool things that I'm trying to bring to the platform. That excitement will be created in those specifics. Yeah, the massive potential, super excited about the ease of the funnel build. Ooh, the potential to put so many different products in. Same thing, get specific with it. It'll be so fun. Helping my health peeps realize they don't have to make their own courses. I love it, Kim. That's amazing. That's awesome. The other thing I would do here too, Kim, is as you're going through and saying like, okay, what about that makes me excited? You can also create excitement from the negative stuff too, about being like, oh man, what sucks about creating courses that they don't have to do anymore? Like, look at all these things that it frees you up from having to do. Yeah, so get more and more specific, and that excitement will get higher and higher and higher. You're going to use all this genuine excitement in your intro. Yeah, if this makes sense, I want you to just write intro in the chat. Intro. Dope. Cool.
Intro.
Let's go. Okay, here's the second thing. The second thing you need in order to be charismatic, whether or not you have your face on it or not, somebody said faceless. Faceless is great. Doesn't just use your voice. You can leave your camera off if you want. This is relatable experience. Now, Russell talks all the time about breaking false beliefs. Yeah, webinars are just emotion machines, right? They're just emotion machines, and they're just story machines, right? Russell was telling me this the other day. You would explain this so much better than I would, because you told me this the other day, but like people come in with the wrong story and it's your job to change it. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, like all sales is very basic, right? Like somebody comes in and you're like even off, I think about when you guys came in, like you came not knowing exactly what to expect, what was happening, and you probably had some story in your mind of what it was. Maybe you're like, affiliate marketing is really hard, or I don't have an offer, or whatever the story is, right? And so when we create a presentation, our job is to figure out what are the stories people have inside their mind that are holding him back, like false beliefs that are holding him back. And then our job through the webinar or the presentation is how do we rewrite those stories? How do I tell a different story where you're like, oh, the thing that I thought was true is no longer true because I have this new paradigm, right? So by the time it was done, you're like, wow, affiliate marketing is dead that way, but if I do it this way, it's actually way better. Oh, having an offer, a lot of I thought it was hard, but if I do it this way, it's actually easy, right? So everything's structured throughout the whole thing to figure out what are things that are holding someone holding them back from like being successful, and then we rewrite those false beliefs, and then they're able to be free, and actually he'll go have success. And so that's things all happening throughout the webinar and the scripting and everything that you guys will have access to.
When the cool thing is, like, we did the heavy lifting for you as far as like the false beliefs we know that people have in general. The cool thing now is exactly what Russell just said. Like, you guys had a story when you came into this, right? The very best salespeople are the people who were hesitant to begin with, right? Who said like, oh man, this will never work because I don't like the color yellow, right? Whatever it is. And then when they realized like, whoa, I don't have to like the color yellow to be successful, because you can help people with that same false belief break it, right? So what you want to think about that may feel counterintuitive is you want to think like, okay, what made me buy? And what were the reasons why I first hesitated to buy? And what overcame those things that pushed me over the edge, right? You're just thinking if you can find one thing that pushed you over the edge, that you're like, oh, if I shared that with somebody else, I think it would push them over the edge too. You want to write it down. Yeah, you want to write it down because you think, oh, okay, if this made me buy, I could also help somebody else buy. Yeah, if you know at least one thing, I want you to write one thing in the chat. One thing. Dope, you guys are crushing this. Okay, the last thing you need in order for a webinar to be charismatic is actual expertise. Now, you'll also see planning on making money on Offerlab. Let me tell you how we created this presentation and how I want you guys to do the exact same thing. You guys know the playbooks that we're going through in the offer, right? All the different like offer creator playbooks and affiliate playbooks and broker playbooks. The way that we created those playbooks, like all of us collectively together, is we didn't think, what are the playbooks? We literally sat down and said, how are we going to make money on Offerlab? Like, how are we going to make money on Offerlab with which specific offers, which specific people, which specific tactics? We mapped out all of the ways that we were like, if we had to make, X amount of money in X amount of time, what would we do on Offerlab? We mapped out all of those different things. And then all of us just said like, oh yeah, this is a playbook. That's a playbook. This is a playbook. That's a playbook. Yeah. So the thing that I want you to do is I want you to think, what's your playbook? How are you either planning on making money on Offerlab? And it doesn't have to be a new playbook. It can be like, oh, the one that Russell shared, this one, the Trojan horse. It's so cool, right? You don't have to create a new playbook. But I want you to think like, okay, if I had to make money on Offerlab, which is why you're here, right? What is the playbook that you are using or you're planning on using? Because that actual expertise and experience, if you can tell somebody like, I believe in the platform and I believe the platform works because of this specific reason, it automatically gives you more authority. It means that you are pitching something that you believe in. It means that you're pitching something that you're actually using. Yeah, in the industry, sometimes we call this eating your own dog food. It's like, oh, you only want to pitch stuff that you like, right? If you used a face care cream and it gave you hives, you got on a Facebook Live and you're like,
don't pitch that one.
It would be crazy, right? It'd be crazy and people would see right through it. But if you're thinking like, oh, okay, how am I planning on making money on Offerlab? And it can literally be this white label webinar. It could literally be that. It could be like, oh, the way that I plan on making money on Offerlab is I will go through my phone contacts. I will find everybody that I think has a cool thing. I will reach out to them and I will tell them, you should put your thing on Offerlab. I will set up the funnel for you. And then you look at that and you say, okay, like what playbook is that? It's one of the broker playbooks, right? Or if you think, well, I'm going to create a $7 PDF that is a intro to this other offer creators thing, right? I don't remember which playbook that's called, but that's one of the playbooks, right? If you are thinking like, okay, this is how I would make money on Offerlab, it will automatically make you more successful at selling it. Yeah, so if you can commit to thinking of a playbook or creating one currently right now, I want you to write playbook in the chat.
Playbook. Is that 2 words or 1 word?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
part was doing one word. So one word's the winner, looks like.
Perfect. Playbook. I love it.
Boo.
So now what we want to do is first, I want you to decide in the chat. I want you to decide which one of these white label webinars you want to use. And I want you to write it in the chat. Yeah, and you can do more than one of them. This isn't like you only get access to one. No, this is a plug and play system. Okay, bookend to the beginning. Love it. All three. Love it. Pick one to do first. Bookend to start. I love how many of you are doing the bookend. You know why? It's going to be so easy for you. Are you kidding? Woot woot. Okay, how fun. Okay, now what I want you to do, especially because so many of you guys are doing the bookend, in the chat, I want you to brainstorm your intro. Here's what I want you to do for your intro. You already wrote it above, like the thing you're most excited about with Offerlab. Write that down. And I want you to write down what or how you were introduced to Offerlab. So how you found it and what you're most excited about. Take just a second and write it in the chat.
Okay. Russell sent me an email and I learned to do what Russell says. Best answer ever. Sean Osborne provided me ways. FHL Live.
Love it. Okay. So here is what you're going to do. You're talking about how you found Offerlab. You're going to talk about what you're most excited about with Offerlab. And then you're going to introduce Russell. Now, I will tell you, as somebody who has introduced Russell a lot on a lot of different things, a personal connection to Russell is always best, right? If you're like, I found this dude and he's amazing. He's totally changed my life. Always a bonus, right? Having some sort of personal connection is awesome. If you were a ClickFunnels user before, great. If you've been a funnel hacker for a while, great. If you were just introduced to him and then saw the Offerlab presentation, was like, this dude has more energy than anybody on the planet. I'm so excited for you to learn from him. Even just that is fantastic. Yeah, some sort of personal connection to Russell. And then you're going to say why they should listen to Russell. Yeah, which Russell does at the beginning of the webinar. So you really only need like a sentence. Yeah, he's created this.
He has an oversized head. You should listen to everything he says. You
He's
can make fun of me. That helps.
You know, he's created a software that's done over $1 billion in sales. And this is the second one that he's created that he is so excited to share with us today. Yeah, it doesn't have to be longer than like 2 minutes. Yeah, your only job is to get them excited, and to prepare them to watch this together. Yeah, and then you're going to tell them, I will be in the chat answering questions, if you're doing the bookend, right? I'm going to be in the chat answering questions. And at the end, we're all going to talk about this together. I'm going to answer questions then as well. Let's go. And you play the video and you turn your camera off. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. If you think you can intro, I want you to write got it in the chat. Got it. Cool. So actually playing the video logistically, really easy. If you have an MP4, you just make sure you're sharing your sound on Zoom and you share it and you play the video. And then you just sit there and it's great. That's all you do. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, now with the creating the playbook, I'm not gonna have you do this right now, but the place that I would put this, I'm gonna show you the slides in just a second. The place that I would put this is if you say, here's how I'm making money on Offerlab, it can be a 2-sentence thing, right? You can literally say, I'm making money on Offerlab as an affiliate. I'm finding offers that I love and I'm promoting those. Here's the last one I did. Great. It just makes it more personal, right? Now this, even if you were doing the bookend one, you could add this in at the very end. Remember, your job is just to help them get onboarded and help them be excited about the platform. This is you making it personal to yourself. So if you say, here's how I am making money or planning to make money on Offerlab, you have like 2 lines, great transition into the pitch, or great thing to add at the very end before you start to onboard people. Yeah, if you can think of what you're gonna do with this, I want you to say woot woot in the chat. Do we discuss strategy after the video? If you're doing bookend, yes. If you're doing bookend, you play the whole thing with Russell and then you say, hey, can I tell you how I'm planning on making money on Offerlab? Let me share with you my strategies that I'm using right now. And then you share with them. Cool. Okay, we're getting it. Not making
Someone
money
asked the
yet.
question that was good. They said, should I pretend like this video that they're watching is live? I would never say it's live. In fact, I'd say, I watched this presentation the first time like a month ago. It got me so excited. I fired up. I got permission to be able to share the same presentation with you. Not everybody can share this, but because I'm one of the certified partners inside of Offerlab, I have the ability to actually share this with you. Check this out. Boom. And then you can go and just play. Yeah.
You also like telling them, giving them a reason why they're all there live of like, we're all going to watch this together. Like, engage in the chat. If you guys have questions, I'll be answering them in the chat. Yeah, I got permission to share this with you. I love that. Ooh, so good. Okay, not sure how to introduce Russell. Can you do that as an example? Can I do it as an example? Of course I can. Here's how I would do that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hello, friends. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're here. Today is going to be so much fun. Today, we're going to talk about a platform that I am obsessed with, that I'm really, really excited about, called Offerlab. Now, the way that I found this, I got an email from this guy named Russell Brunson, which I'm going to tell you all about, introducing this new software platform that he had built. And everything he talked about, I knew that this was a massive, massive opportunity, not just for me, but for my friends, for the people like in my community. So immediately I had to find a way to share it with you guys. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to share with you this presentation that Russell sent me and that I participated in a couple weeks ago. I'm really excited. So the thing that I'm most excited about with Offerlab, and the reason why I'm so excited to share it with you, is in Russell's presentation, he explained that in entrepreneurship, when you start making money, there are different ways to get started, but usually there's this huge barrier of entry, right? A barrier to entry where you have to either have a product, you have to be an expert at something, or sometimes you can become what's called an affiliate, which means that you know how to drive traffic or you know how to gather people and sell them things. But then he introduced this new way to make money and to start kind of your entrepreneurship journey called being a broker that has never existed before. And it made me so excited because I knew that I could start to share this with people who maybe had thought about getting into entrepreneurship for a while that didn't see a clear path or had all these things that were standing in their way, right? So it made me so, so excited that I know some of you here, like, you don't have a business, right? You don't have a business, you don't know how to get started. And today I'm going to show you how to get started because Russell opened this way for me. I found Russell a couple years ago and I saw him at Funnel Hacking Live, this event that he did that my sister-in-law spoke at, and I very quickly became obsessed with him. I feel like every single time I watch him, he gets me fired up about life. So he's also going to help you guys get fired up about life. It's going to be so great. Now, the presentation I'm going to show you, I watched this presentation live a couple weeks ago, which it was amazing. It was so great. And I got permission because I became one of the certified partners. I got permission to show you this training. So we're all going to watch it together like a movie. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. It's going to be so cool. I'm going to be in the chat answering questions. We'll all kind of engage with it together. Some of the times he like says to write things in the chat. We'll all be writing them in the chat as if it's live. And then at the very end of this presentation, I'm going to answer questions and I'm actually going to help you onboard onto the platform. The platform's totally free. Yeah, the platform's totally free, but I'll be able to answer any questions. Does that sound good? Yeah, I'm gonna actually play the video, but I'm here the whole time. Like, we're gonna do this together. It's gonna be so awesome. Okay, now I'm gonna cue up this video. It's gonna be amazing. Let's do this. Boom. That's an example of an intro, going through all the things. And it was a little bit long. I'm a little long-winded, but could have been shorter.
You also be like, hey, what's up? There's this cool thing, Offerlab. I found out about a couple weeks ago. I'm obsessed with it. I'm one of the certified partners, and they allowed me to share this, which is really cool with my audience. Most people don't have, it's not publicly online, but if you want to see it, that's what we're gonna do together. I just found out about this guy named Russell like a week ago. He's gonna explain what this is, and then when we're done, we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys why, and help you. And the coolest thing about it is it doesn't cost any money. You can do it like just for free. There's upgrade options like I took, but you don't have to, and I'll talk about that afterwards. So with that, enjoy Russell. His head's a little big and might tip over a little bit when he's going, but other than that, it's gonna be amazing. Ready, set, go, play.
2 examples. Yeah, you guys got
Calls
this.
is better, but
Mine was long-winded, but now you got examples. Yeah, and then at the very end, once Russell has pitched, I'm gonna tell you, it's the easiest thing ever. You literally just sit there and you go, how can I help?
You're like, that was cool. Any questions? Someone asked earlier, what if you don't know the answer to a question? So I learned this. I spent 2 years knocking doors, and people would ask me questions about religion and faith. And I would say, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm going to go research it and I'll come back next week.
Mm.
That's very good. Or you just like, I don't know, chat GPT it. Or you could be like, I would Google it. Or yeah.
Is there a support email for Offerlab?
Yeah, there is. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to offlab.com, there's probably links that says support. But also it's like you don't have to answer every question. Like I have times where I just don't know the answer. I'm like, I don't know that one. That's a great question. I'll try to find it out. So yeah.
I always say when I don't know, but I would say I wouldn't find it. Agree. I love it. Yeah. You also can say like, oh man, yeah, let me ask them and I can get back to you. And then you ask the Offerlab support and then you get back to them, right? It's also like, oh man, I'm still learning the platform. We can totally learn it together. We can totally learn it together. Oh, there's a school group. You can talk to them because remember, Russell's pitched to this point, or you've pitched, or whoever has pitched, depending on the version that you chose. So they know that there's a school group included. So you then repitch them on the certification and you say, oh my gosh, we have a school group. All the questions that you have are answered all the time. The support is so awesome. Even though I don't know the answer to that question, come to the school group and you will totally get answers. You should totally join the certification. Boom. And you pitch them again. So fun.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Okay, friends, I think there's a couple. Oh, there's one other thing. So during the webinar, if you're choosing to go back and forth with it, and you're not just doing the bookend one, what I would do is I would do one more thing. I would create your own demo. Here's what I mean. So during the actual presentation, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Russell says like, I have these enzymes. I put these enzymes with this thing, boom, funnel, mic drop. Right? What I would do to make it more personal to you, you don't have to do this. Russell does a great job if he wanted to play his clip, but to make it even more personal to you, if you're a little bit more of an expert or a little bit more confident, go find products you would put together. Maybe even products, if you have an audience or an email list, products that you think your audience would like, put them together so that they can see these products together. And create your own demo. Yeah, because you're going to play the demo that Russell created that shows the back end and all of that, but then you can do it live. You can be like, okay, I found this product on Offerlab and I mixed it with this product. Here's why I'm obsessed with this. So all of you who are in the chat who are like, I'm so excited to promote all these cool different products on Offerlab, you can do that with this, right? You can literally show them, here's why I'm excited and here are the kinds of products I would put together. Yeah. Okay, great question. Kareem, we're going to answer that question next. So here are the steps. Now, this is how you're going to go forth and conquer. Really easy. You're going to gather a group of people. You're going to give them the presentation, and you're going to make sure that when you invite them to join Offerlab, you do it with your link. Now, first, gather a group of people. I know that when we talk about webinar, it's also why we didn't like spend too much time getting into it in the actual pitch of it, because white label webinar, people are like, am I going to do a webinar? I don't have a list of people. What are you talking about, right? But I want to tell you, I have tested this exact presentation that we're giving you. I have done it for groups of 2 people all the way up to, we did it, I think there were like 10,000 on the actual webinar that we did. It works for, or something like that, right? It works for large groups and it works for really small groups of people too. There were literally 2, so I guess 3 including me, but there were 2 people several times when I was testing out different versions of this. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a large group of people for this to work. Yeah, so you can do it virtually or you can do it in person. Like I said, if you're doing Chamber of Commerce or whatever. So I want you to actually brainstorm in the chat. Remember at the beginning of this training, I said, do you know 2 people? And everybody said, yeah, right? I want you to think of at least one person that you could invite to Offerlab. And then we're gonna do the hard work and you're gonna think of a second person that you could invite to Offerlab. Yeah, if anybody comes to mind where you're like, oh man, like this person has a product, this person is an affiliate, or I think this person has been trying to get into business for a while, or this person feels entrepreneurial, or honestly, this person just needs a break in their life and being a broker sounds like a really cool opportunity for them, right? Anybody can do this. Remember, because being a broker is so simple, anybody can do it. Right? So if you can think of, and I want you to commit to this, if you can think of at least 2 people that you could invite to a webinar, they don't have to be experts. Yeah, I want you to just write the number 2 in the chat. The number 2. 2. Yeah. Now, I love doing webinars for big, giant groups of people, but I do webinars all the time for small groups of people. Yeah, it works the same and it's great. Brokers have to be certification partners. Yes. Russell, that's a question for you. Yes. Yes.
Well, if you're not, yeah, if you're not certified, you don't get the commissions. So um, technically, if you remember from the presentation, if not, go back and rewatch the webinar that you guys will have access to. People can earn their way up where it's like as soon as you get past $1,000 in commissions on platform, you get a certain fee. When you pass $100,000 commissions, you get up there. But you guys, by buying the certification, upgraded your accounts to that. So in theory, someone could, but they've got to put in a lot of effort, make a lot of sales before they'd be able to do that. And then they don't get access to the white label webinar and all the things that you guys are having. They'd have to do it kind of on their own. So
Hmm. Yes, but great question. Great question.
yeah.
Okay, once they sign up for free, do they get their own link? I don't know. I think so.
Yes, when it's time for Offerlab Cap, they have a link they can promote, and then you guys get paid. We didn't talk about this a lot during the thing, but you guys actually get paid out on 2 tiers. So when they sign up and they promote it, you also get paid a commission on the people that they refer. So
Hmm.
you're welcome. So
You're
we didn't want to explain that. It's like one of the coolest benefits. I'm like, if we try to explain that on stage for everybody, people can get overwhelmed and get confused. Like, wait, is this an MLM? Like, no, it's a 2-tier affiliate program. But we didn't want to, so we thought we would just under promise and over deliver. So yeah, there you go.
done with this
Merry
training.
Christmas.
They're like, listen, we will tell them about that later. So cool, right? Okay, friends. So here's how we want to finish this out. So if you know at least 2 people, I saw somebody said like, I know 14. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm so excited for you. Yay!
Someone said like, we'll go to Facebook groups and ask the admin of a Facebook group if we can do a presentation for their people. Like there's so many different ways you can do that with.
We're literally on this training with the king of webinars. He's used webinars to do amazing, amazing things. Yeah, and the cool thing is you can use as much of the webinar as you want, right? You can use the things that we know have already been successful, right? You can use the things that got you to buy to get other people to buy. Isn't that cool? So that's our step 1, right? We just gather a group of people. That doesn't have to be a large group of people, and you can build it over time, which how cool. Step 2, you give them the presentation. Yeah. Now you get to choose what kind of presentation that is. The very simplest one is the bookend one, right? Which you'll have access to the video that you can actually absolutely do that, right? If you want to add in some slides at the beginning, great. You're going to have a template that you can make it look the same. Yeah. And if you want slides at the end, you can use the template to make it look the same. Yeah. If you choose to do the back and forth one, you'll have access to the video clips as well as the slides that we use, as well as a slide template if you want to make any changes. Yeah, and if you want to do it yourself, you just have access to all the things to be able to do it yourself. Yeah, and then you just make sure you invite them to join Offerlab with your link. Yes? Now, here's the final thing that I would like to do. You're welcome for making it so easy, Laura. You're the best. I want you guys to tell me in the chat, biggest takeaway and when you're committing to doing your first white label webinar, a date in the chat.
I love the commitment. This is the secret.
It's the secret. We're going to do it. Okay, putting this stuff in school. Yeah, that's a great question. So what we're going to do, let me tell you, I'm going to have our team answer like logistical questions of where it's going to be, but let me tell you some of the things that you're going to get. Yeah, so the first thing that you are going to get and receive is a copy of the actual slide. So this is a Google slide template. Let me tell you my very technical system that I actually use with our highest level clients. You will know because Russell's like, I see those green dots right there.
Yeah, I know the green dots.
The green dots. It's also so you can see it. Anything that has a green dot on it, if you are doing this yourself, you'll just adjust the language. So right as you're watching the video, you can watch Russell do the video. When he says like 10 years ago, I launched ClickFunnels. You're gonna be like 10 years ago, Russell launched ClickFunnels, right? Today we are launching, you're like, today he is launching this, right? Everything else is like, we even just quote him here where Russell says like, I believe Offerlab will create, I literally put it into a quote. So you're like, and Russell, who's done this stuff, he says all of these things. Yeah. So we're going to come back to this one. Let me show you everything else. Green dots, green dots, green dots, green dots, green dots, green dots. Are those the only green dots?
There's got to be another green dot. McCall I know always has green dots hiding.
No more green dots. Holy
Oh,
crap.
dang.
Okay, let me show
Nice.
you what this is. So what we did in the webinar that we suggest, because it's a cool thing, whether you're doing the bookend one or not, and I'm gonna make sure to do this quickly so we can get you out of here on time. We told people you will make money by the end, or one person will make money. Oh, haha. There was another one. This is where you put the demo. But we told people you will make money by the end of this webinar. One person will, because I will buy your funnel because of part of the onboarding. Now, you can choose to do that or not. We loved it, right? We loved it. All you would do is you would help people onboard onto Offerlab, and then you would have them copy and paste a funnel that they created. Now, Ben Moot at the end of our webinar walks them through how to do that. So you don't have to know how to tell them how to do that. You just tell them, hey guys, at the end, you're like, so Russell bought somebody's live, but I'm actually going to buy one live here. So one of you makes money. So you know you can make money with Offerlab. Drop it in the chat and I'll buy one of them, right? It is awesome. It is awesome because you can also pause the video here and be like, hey, they did this live, but I'm actually going to buy one at the end of today. So yes, somebody will make money live today too. Okay, let's get back to the video. Yeah, it's a really cool incentive to get people on the platform because remember our goals is to get them onboarded as quickly as possible. Yeah, so that's why there's green dots here. You can choose to do this or not. And then the final green dot here is just if you wanted to do your own demo where Russell has his supplements. Yeah, but you are going to get access to these slides. You're going to get access to these slides. You're going to get access to a Canva doc because Canva is superior to Google Slides, where you can absolutely create slides.
Says McCall, but not Russell.
Love Canva. Love Canva. Yeah, so you're going to get those. Yeah, it's going to be great. And you're going to access to the video and the video clips so that you can use those as well. Yes?
Yep.
Okay.
So the game plan, you guys, after we get this recording of this presentation done and put in the members area, inside of there, we'll have links to the PowerPoint slides, the video files, all the stuff you guys need to grab and be able to start running with it. One thing that might be beneficial is between now and like when you guys get access to all the stuff, which we'll get it there pretty quickly here, but McCall and I, after the initial launch, we redid the webinar one time, very clean, very awesome. If you guys want to re-watch that, just because it's going to remind you what you bought, number one, but number two, it's also it's the one that you'll be using, but you can actually watch it just to learn and remember, like, hey, what did they say? Take notes on like, how would I introduce this? It's actually live right now. We have a version of it live. If you go to here, can I show my screen? Am I able to show my screen? Let's see. The link is offerlablaunch.com is where you can see it. But this is the page. You come right here and you click on, look at what I'm doing. What am I doing with my hand there? It's just kind of weird. Can you guys see my screen?
See my eyebrow?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of weird, but you click on it and it pops up. It's like, what's your email address? And you click in and it'll take you to the actual webinar. So the webinar's in here. It plays the whole thing. I think if you're like, I want to fast forward, if you wait like a day, it sends an email with the scroll bar, but by default, it's just a VSL. You can play and pause, but then you can watch the whole thing and just kind of, again, remember what it is, take some notes, think about how would I introduce this. When you do your version, maybe I'm going to cut this part out. I'm going to cut out the intro. I'm going to start right here and all that kind of stuff. But that's a spot, in the next, if you want to, next 48 hours before we have a chance to give you guys all the assets, if you want to go and just pre-watch it. So I'll drop a link here, but it's offerlablaunch.com. That's where you can go and see it. So that'd be my homework assignment for you guys, is we're getting all the files and slides and everything for you guys. But yeah. And by the way, it's converting really good right now. So we've been testing like crazy and it's awesome. So yeah, it works. And so don't mess it up. Just follow the process. We've proven it. We've tested it. And I'm very proud of it. So it turned out really good.
Yay. Okay, friends, that is our white label webinar training for today. We're so excited for you guys to become mega brokers. We think that's a really cool way to do that. Yeah. So invite all your friends, have a Tupperware party. That's an Offerlab party. Do whatever you need. But yeah, we believe in you so much. You're going to do it. Go watch that webinar.
Awesome.
It also, I know Russell's like one of his main values in his company is funnel hack first, right? Watch the webinar you're going to be using, because if you just modeled it exactly, we know that it works. It'd be a really great thing for you. Yes.
Yeah. So cool. Thank you, McCall, for all the effort you put in this. I know you did a lot. And for everyone, hopefully this is helpful. Again, the next training's coming up. We're going to spend some time focusing on offers. For those of you who want to create offers, get them in there. And they offer playbooks. And then we got some more broker webinars. There's also training, a lot of you guys asking, how do I get people to show up? Like there's training in the certification about how to get traffic. Like dive into those things. There's other stuff. this is more specifically we want to talk about the actual webinar. It's like if you want to get traffic to the webinar, again, those trainings are already in the members area. You can log in there and start diving into those as well. But yeah, it's just piece by piece, add these things together and keep on doing it. And like I said, it's fun for me. I get to see the dashboard behind the scenes and see what you guys are doing and sales coming in and affiliates promote. And it's just, it's fun. Whenever you have you have an idea for something and you're putting it together, you spend a year and a half and like millions of dollars building it. And then the backside, you see the fruition of it, of working and people using it. It's exciting. And so it's growing very, very rapidly every month, every week. And so, yeah, just thankful for you guys playing it all full out and being in there. And we can't wait to keep giving you guys more and more stuff to keep making this even better. So thank you, McCall. Thank you, everybody. And we'll have this in the certification area as soon as possible. So
Yay, thanks for being here, friends. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
bye, everyone.
Recording stopped.